Hello and welcome to the Silver Edition. I'm Caitlin Geib, and our guest today is the City of Monona City Clerk and Deputy Clerk Eliot Pilon. Eliot, welcome to our program.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, for our audience, can you share a bit about yourself and how long you've been working with the City of Monona?
Yeah, like you said, my name is Eliot, he, they. I've been with the City of Monona for about 3 years now as the Deputy Clerk, which is like an assistant city clerk, and then court clerk.
Nice. Okay, for some folks that may not know the difference between your two titles, what are the differences between a city clerk and a deputy clerk?
Yeah, so this is actually a really great question because everyone gets confused about this. I was actually confused when I started the job. My two positions are deputy clerk and court clerk. So the deputy clerk, like I mentioned, is sort of like an assistant city clerk. It's a little bit like take on sort of a secretarial role for the city. So, there's two of us. We answer the phones, we help out at the front desk, we're, taking payments, helping with permits, all of that fun stuff. And in addition to that, I think one of the other really big roles that we do is we help run the elections. So the city clerk for the city, my boss, is the person who administers the elections for the City of Monona. And then me and the other deputy clerk assist with that, basically. We're sending out ballots. When we get our ballots in, we're, counting them and entering them in, filing, all of that good stuff. And then for court clerk, it's, clerk of courts. So Monona has a municipal court, which is just a low-level court. Below, it's not a criminal court or anything like that. We just do tickets. Just basically, we do the paperwork for the court, essentially. That's, what I do as a clerk.
Can you describe the schooling and training you went through for these positions?
Yeah, so I actually have a bachelor's in psychology, which, it's a pretty general degree. I didn't have a lot of formal specific training for either of these two positions before starting. So I originally started, what I was hired for was the court clerk position. I previously had a background in, kind of legal, criminal justice type stuff. I was a caseworker before that. Most of my training, though, was through other clerks. We have a clerks association. We're a pretty tight network of clerks, and we're always reaching out to folks and asking each other questions. There's also the Office of Judicial Education, which is a state level office, and they hold seminars for us, and we have to go to training every year. So learning a lot of stuff that way. For the deputy stuff, I had election trainings, things like that. A lot of it, though, has been on the job.
Being involved with the City of Monona's government body, does your position require you to attend meetings on a regular basis?
No, actually. Fortunately, no. I don't have to go to any meetings. So as the deputy clerk, because that position is a lower level position, I'm not really making any decisions. I don't have any duties kind of outlined by statute, like what the city clerk has, my boss. So I don't go to any of those meetings. She goes to all of them, takes minutes, runs meetings, things like that, sends out notices, but I don't do that. And then as far as the court clerk position, I'm actually in a different branch of government from the rest of the city. So you know how in the US you have the executive branch, you have the judicial branch, you have the legislative branch. We have the same thing in Monona, just on a much smaller scale. And so the court is completely separate from, say, the alder people and the people making laws and city council and all of that. And so we stay separate from that. The court's actually just me and my judge. So we're pretty, we kind of do our own thing.
And as we begin to wrap up our show today, do you have anything you'd like to share with our viewers?
Yeah, so a couple things. We do have a couple of elections coming up in February and April. So if you need to get registered, just get in contact with us or come on down to City Hall and we can help you with that. we know that laws can be confusing, so give us a call, especially with there's so much pressure on Wisconsin elections and things like that. Just give us a call if there's anything anyone's ever confused about, because we'd rather talk to someone about it rather than someone making a silly mistake and it ended up being a big deal. A couple of elections coming up. For more information on that, you can go to mymonona.com to the elections page, which is maintained by the city clerk, or you can also go to myvote.wi.gov, which is the Wisconsin Elections Committee website with all of the dates and all that stuff. Otherwise, we're just normal people. I guess, sometimes people are really intimidated about contacting the courts or contacting, the city or anything like that. And we're just people. Just give us a call or come on down. We're happy to help.
Well, thank you, Eliot. Thank you so much for coming today. And if you would like to see more episodes of the Silver Edition, please visit us on Monona Community Media's YouTube page or download the Monona Go app by going to your smartphone's app store. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time.